What's good, boys? Welcome back to the channel. You are in the room with a living legend, guys. The best, straightforward, solid coach in the game right now. I'm gonna tell you to it. I'm gonna tell you to it. Excuse my language. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. Tell it to you straight, boys. Welcome back. We got a lot to discuss. I was just on YouTube doing some research, tuned into a few channels, and you got a little blur going on. See if we can focus on a little more. There we go. That's better. There's been a lot being talked about as far as the West, if you will. That includes England, the USA, and I believe Australia also. Guys, hang on. Sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Okay, guys. Yeah, that includes Australia, England. You can even include, I guess, Iceland and America, the United States of America, because I know we have South America, Latin America. But is the West done? Guys, my name is KT from Top Level Dating. For the past 5 years, I've been getting guys solid results in the USA. Guys, using the power of online dating, leveraging the power of social skills, you can quickly level up in this stuff without being a nerd. Okay, guys. There are a few things I'm going to discuss here. One of the biggest things is the topic is if the West is done, if it's even worth dating in America right now. There's a lot of things I'm going to discuss here in this video, but my answer, which I'm going to get to in just a moment, may surprise a lot of you guys. Through the research I've been doing, the content I've been watching, I'm caught up on the space. There's a few people, there's a few channels going at each other, saying, hey, I know the most, or I do the most, or, you know, you're not as good as I am. Oh, you're a passport, bro. You're over here. You're doing passport stuff. I'm going to break everything down for you guys. Give you guys my opinion on all these different topics. Guys, right now, I'm in Miami. I am in Miami. Guys, I do not understand where this is coming from, how it's so difficult to date in Miami. I don't get it. I've never had any problem. In fact, it's been overwhelmingly easy where I have to, in order to catch up on the channel, in order to catch up on work, in order to catch up on my personal life, I have to literally close off social interactions, going out. Okay. And it's pretty easy. I'm going to be discussing a few different things, but apparently, I guess Miami is supposed to be the capital of flakes, the capital of the struggles of the average American guy. Can you date at a high level in the USA? There's guys who are supposedly living in Brazil, some European countries, and, you know, for example, going over to London, for example, England. England, for example, guys, I will rip through England. I have, and it's literally on easy mode. And that's considered the West, right? You go anywhere else in the world, I guess they will consider that the West. I don't have an issue dating English women. It's pretty easy, guys. It's pretty easy. Miami is another place. Is pretty easy. New York can be pretty easy if you know what you're doing. New York is probably the only city in the West that I feel like could give you some trouble. New York City, and that's mainly because it's so competitive. There's so much things going on, just outside of dating that grabs chicks, hooks chicks, and it's so much going on. Like I remember I lived in New York when I was 19. I moved down there for the first time, and you just couldn't do anything without running into somebody, meeting somebody. It's just so much going on in New York City. You need to be at the top of your game to get anything, a job, or getting access to certain venues. You need to, to live in certain areas. You got to be on top of your game financially. You got to be on top of your game in everything in New York. It's so competitive and it moves so fast. But once again, you can make it happen anywhere in the States. So there was some few guys who were shitting some shots at a few coaches, and a few guys, I guess, who claim to be good, but in reality, they're not good. I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. After a certain point, you are good. After a certain point, it does get scary. After a certain point, you do know so much, you can get laid in almost any scenario, guys. You can get that good. It's possible to reach a very, very high level. And I'm not going to lie, it's just a little scary. I call it the dark side. I call it the dark side. You get so good, you become unstoppable. Like the chicks need a high level of self-awareness to not go with it, bro. Like there are some guys who are really that good. And it's scary. It actually is. But that's after, you start down here, you learn a little ones and twos. Guys up here at the top level, man, it's pretty freaky up here, man. You can see things you've never seen before. It's these guys are super competitive. They look at this like a sport now, man. It's I know some guys, some real legit guys. I mean, they know some stuff, man. You could be with them, hanging out the club, and before you know it, it's like it's a whole orgy going on. It's lit, bro. Like some dark, deep stuff, man. You can get extremely smart at this, right? But how smart do you have to be? You don't. I mean, somewhat, but it's not like living in the West. You just have to be better, bro. You just have to be good enough, bro. Good enough. That's it. You have to be good enough. But a lot of you guys are stuck in like a paradigm down here where it's just you're stuck in doing pickup. Like you're going out for 5 hours at a touristy intersection and you're just cold approaching chicks, bro. That has to stop. In the beginning, it's cool. In the beginning, it's fine for you to get comfortable talking to strangers, handling social dynamics, putting yourself out there. Okay. It's fine. But if you want to get to a high level, man, it's just so inefficient. I mean, more than half of the chicks are going to be embarrassed. More than half of the chicks are going to be busy doing something. It's just not smart. You have to get out of that if you want to level up, man. You have to see things differently. You have to work differently. You have to understand and pay attention to certain things more than others. Like it's just not about like a lot of you guys are looking at it like a flat layer. Like it's just from here to there. Like, no, there's so many different dynamics at play, So for the guys who are going to let's say some of the countries abroad, and so it's easier and they can get better results, and they call them passport bros. Yes, that's what they call them, is passport bros. That just means you can't keep up with the US, man. You can't. Whatever, for whatever reason, you just can't keep up, bro. You just can't. You don't know enough stuff. You don't know women enough to keep up. You just can't keep up, bro. These chicks are sleeping with somebody, bro. Literally. We used to run stuff in Philly. For all my guys who was watching me in Philly, we used to run stuff in Philly, man. We were doing 7 a week, bro. On a crazy, like, good week, we would do 7, 8 in 7 days, bro. If any of you guys copped the course, the texting course, I showed you guys from beginning till end. 4 girls in the weekend, 4 new in the weekend, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's 4 new. That's like, it's possible, bro. And that's supposed to be the most liberal, the most Democrat, whatever you want to say, city, or at least one of them that are crazy right now. But that's because I knew what I knew, and I was efficient. I was effective. I was talking pretty well. And a lot of you guys underlook communication skills. Like, communication is number one. I work with some of you guys, and it's like you give up after she sends you a certain text, or you get a certain feel or vibe. You're like, oh, F her, or she did this or said that, well, F her. It's like you gave up way too quick, bro. You got to be more patient. You have to see things like, you have to get through the rejection. You have to get through the flakes. Get through it. Once you're through it, you can learn more. You can learn more about these chicks. You can learn more about yourself. If you don't give up so soon, you have to stop giving up so soon, guys. And there's going to be a lot going to be discussing here in this live, but you can date at a high level in the USA. Yes, you can. You want to say the West, you can say England, Australia, US. New York is probably one of the few cities, or probably, it's the most populous, it's the most competitive. You're going to see the most hottest chicks. New York is at an extremely high concentration. Extremely high. And there's other places, but a lot of this comes down to knowledge and skill. You have to, like, there's guys I see in Miami, these guys, and I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, you got some girls. Yeah, you can, do 1s and 2s, but they're trash, bro. Like, is this really making you happy? Is this really fulfilling you? Is this something that is leveling you up? Or are you taking the low-hanging fruit? Are you doing what you're used to? Or are you challenging your beliefs? Or are you testing new strategy? Are you looking and, like, me and my guy would be on the phone for like in 2 hours, oh, okay, boom, bro. We would pull three chicks back to bro, and all these guys, these are the same guys who are not pulling. We're pulling like groups of like 6 girls, bro, like 6 chicks, bro. We're making it happen, bro. And there's only 2 of us, bro. It's doable. And it's like, to a lot of you guys, you're like, oh, that's not possible, until you see it. Okay. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. This is what we're doing. Oh, I won't bring up any names, but these guys are just sitting around in this table talk saying, oh, well, he had money, or he did it this way, so it don't really count. Like, bro, he did it. It doesn't matter. It happened. So the end does justify the means. That's all you need to, like, that's another debate, but you should be winning. You should be making it happen. And you can. You don't have to fly out and go to Colombia. You don't have to go to Philippines and all this weird. Them chicks are not even hot, bro. You can make it happen here in the US. You can make it happen here. I'm overwhelmed. I have a waiting list. Literally, I have a waiting list. Chicks got to wait a few weeks to even talk to me, like to even have a chance. I have a waiting list. Literally. It's not even funny. Once you get so good, it's like You go on one date, and of course she's gonna see you again. Why not? Of course, if she's flaking on you or she's not, she's not where you want her in the relationship. It's because she likes someone else more, right? And that's not high value and becoming high value because every chick has different things going on in her life. Date a hairstylist, a hairdresser, or a stripper, or one of those. These chicks are making more money than the average guy, bro. You can't be higher level than them on a financial. You can't keep up, bro. I was dating chicks who were making 1,000 a day, bro. Like on a decent day, like $1,000. Cool. $1,000. Okay. You're not keeping up with that, bro. I mean, if you're talking to an average guy, he's not keeping up with that, bro. So there's a lot to discuss. I'm gonna pause this right here. I like the music, but what do you guys think about everything? I just went in pretty intense. I'm just upset at a lot of this stuff, man. Like, where are all the men? Where are all the guys telling it to you straight, telling to you how you should hear it? This stuff is not difficult to learn. I mean, there's a few fundamentals you got to get under your belt, right? Like approach anxiety, bro. Like, how old are we? If you're after 25, bro, even 22, you should not have approach anxiety, bro. I mean, it's just like I said in my last live, us pros just know how to deal with the feeling. You think LeBron James and Anthony Williams and Davis and all these pro athletes don't get butterflies before the game, before the finals? Like, it's just there, bro. You just learn how to deal with it. So why are you still trying to fix approach anxiety? There's sometimes I feel a little butterflies, or I don't feel 100%, right? Things are going to be sloppy. Things aren't going to always go your way in an interaction. That's fine. Get over it, bro. Don't cry about it. Why are you so emotional? Like, oh my God, I'm scared. Like, so what? Have some courage. That's what courage is. Doing it even when you're nervous. Doing it even when you know you're afraid. You still do it. That's courage. Okay? So after 22, you shouldn't be crying about approach anxiety. I'm sorry. Like, that's it, bro. After 22, you're done. You see something, you make it happen. And you have to look at, it's like, you have to learn from the best. You just have to, bro. You have to have an eye for who is the best, who knows what they're talking about, and you have to learn from them. That's just how it is in anything. You can't learn from a fool. You can't learn from a guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. You have to learn from somebody who's legit. Literally. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Keep it small. Keep it 3, because you got all these contradictions. Keep it small. All right. Learn from a few, 1 or 2. When I first started, I was learning from 2 guys. Really 1. Shout out my guy Julian. I'm going to pull up one of his videos here in just a moment, but 1 guy. 2, okay, that's fine. I'm going to pull up, shout out my guy Julian. I'm actually going to pull up one of his videos. We're going to take a little momentary right here. We're going to a little bit more established.
The more reference experiences
I'll be right back.
in the shortest amount of time possible, the faster you're going to progress and get good at this. Okay, this is really what it's all about. You go out, you gather as many references as possible, as fast as fucking possible. Okay, and the best places to go get them are places like bars and nightclubs. Now, when you hear this, okay, most people's immediate reaction are, oh, I don't like clubs. Clubs especially. I really don't like clubs. They're just way too loud, too crowded. It's like, I don't like the music. It's scary. Clubs are very, very scary. The girls are too young. They're drunk. They're sluts. They're bitchy. They're fake. I don't really want, no club girls. I'd rather avoid that. And if you are avoiding places like nightclubs, you are just fucking retarded. Okay, now, why is that? Nightclubs really are the best places to get reference experiences because they give you an unlimited number of women to practice on. Okay, it's a high volume environment. You don't have to waste time, okay, in between interactions looking for the next girl to talk to. Okay, you go into a nightclub, it's crowded, yeah, but that's fucking good. Okay, you can just walk in, talk to one girl, talk to the next, turn around, another one's there, and you can gather reference experiences fast. Okay, and this is what it's about. You don't waste time. Okay, remember, value your fucking time. If you go out during the day, okay, unless you're in a place like New York or London where it's also, you know, high volume environments, depending on where you go, you're gonna waste time like fucking crazy. Okay, I see guys do this all the time. They go out during the day and they walk around the mall, you know, similar to the movie Jaws, where they're like, dun, 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 that one, dun, 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 and then they talk to her and it ends. And then they spend 30 minutes just, you know, roaming through the mall until they spot the next one, and it's like dun 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 dun, boom, to that one, so on and so forth. And in the span of like 2-3 hours, they may talk to like 5 girls.
Yeah, guys, literally, that's legit. To bring on these guys and say, well, you know, RSD was trash. They didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, scammers, bro. He's from you. If you listen, these guys are saying the same thing. They're telling you they don't do day game. They're telling you time is important. They are telling you, hey, well, this is how it's being done, right? This is how you need to go out. Boom, boom, boom. How is this not legit? You're saying the same thing Julian's saying, the literal same thing. So how is Julian fake? How is Julian a scam when you are quoted saying the same exact things? All right. So learn from the right people. I just said it. Learn from a guy who is actually legit. These same guys who are calling out Julian saying he's not legit, they have learned from him. They have ingested his theories and his concepts and his strategy in order to get better with women, to be more efficient, to run a better coaching model. Okay. RSD was the first on the scene, the biggest. Okay. They were doing seminars, they were doing live events, free events before anyone else was. They were the first. They were the first to get canceled. All right. So pay attention to the contradictions. Pay attention when, you know, one thing is said and then the next. But like he said, speed. You know, we can talk about artificial intelligence. We can say, you know, there's 3 components of AI, and that is the 3 V's, right? Velocity, volume, and variety. Okay. And he said one of them. He said velocity. You got to learn as fast as possible. Why are you wasting so much time getting 3 reference experiences? You just spent 7 years to learn from 10 chicks, to learn from 10 different interactions, bro. What are you doing, bro? How long does it take for you to level up and get to the next level? How long does it take for you to conceptualize something and say, okay, this is fine. This is cool. I can do this. What else do I need to learn? How can I do it faster? How can I get a different perspective on it? How can I include different dynamics, right? Variety. But he's talking about velocity right now. You have to learn this stuff faster, bro. Text these chicks faster. Get through the rejection faster. All right. We're going to continue this video in just a moment, but take this into serious account, guys. Serious accounts. You can be good in the USA, in the West. Like I said, I crush it in London, England, crush it. You saw my, if any of you guys, you see my shorts, you see them. I show you guys when I'm in London, who I see and what's possible, bro. Crush it. And I don't. It's not something that, okay, Miami, New York, you got the West Coast, Australia. It's it's lit. It's a place you can make it happen anywhere. Home of the American dream, guys. Let's continue this video, and we're going to talk about a little the rest he says.
And you just get 5 references for 2-3 hours of your time. Okay, that's just fucking ridiculous. Okay, value your fucking time. And realize too that the more optionality you have, the dumber you can be. Okay, the more mistakes you can make. If you go out to a nightclub, it's not like there's just one girl and you have just one chance, one opportunity. You're like, oh my God, I better be fucking on point and succeed, or I'm fucked. That's it. In a nightclub, there are tons of women. There are an abundance of women, and you can afford to fuck up with some because you can just keep moving on and talking to the next. You'll never run out of fucking women, and there's not all that added pressure. Okay? And realize too that in nightclubs, okay, if you think the girls are like, oh my God, they're so slutty, it's like sluts to go there. I mean, of course, there are like the regulars who just go out all the time, but guess what? The girls you see in the street, you walk down the street, you go into a bookstore, you're like, oh, look at her, she seems smart. Guess what? She goes out to clubs, she goes out to bars. Okay, she doesn't just lock herself up in her fucking room every night. And if she did, most likely she'll be a little weird and won't have good social skills and won't be that fun to hang out with. Okay, it's the same women during the day, at night.
That right there, I wouldn't say I 100% agree with, but he does have a great point. There are some regulars that go out a lot. Sometimes when I come home to my hometown, my home city, and I'm just like, man, this chick, I've seen her out like so many times, bro. This chick is still out. She's still going out. She's a regular, of course. She's slammed around, bro. You do have those chicks. And then you have some chicks who come around, been out for the first time, like oh my God, right? The younger chicks are like, oh my God, this is fun, like cool, right? But if you want to meet doctors, you want to meet chicks like nurses, those are like some of the chicks that work a lot. And they work, they get up early. You're not going to find those chicks out unless it's very random, like some kind of bachelorette party or something. You're just not going to see those kind of chicks. You're largely going to get chicks who are into partying, or no, which is fine. Some chicks take it to a regular, right? They become a regular. They go out a lot. They become a full party maniac. And then you have some chicks in the middle who are like, okay, I go out sometimes or whatever else on occasion. Then you got some chicks who work a lot. They are nurses. Guys, I dated a few nurses. They study more than anyone. They have to literally know everything about the human body. Everything. And that takes so much time to remember and to study, and you have to pass these exams. That stuff is like not easy, bro. So you can meet some chicks from, the part where they say industry girls, right? Bartenders, strippers. These chicks are pretty cute. They can be hot. I mean, they usually are the hottest in any given city. But, that comes with stuff, You got to be up there with them. You got to be in it, somewhat in the industry, right? You have to be, if you want to play at an advantage, you want to have, realistic probabilities. Yeah, you should be around. You should know some people. You should know the venues well and go out on industry nights, right? I won't explain what an industry night is, but yeah, you play with what you got. All right. But you should be at a point every quarter, at least, on audit your game, bro. Audit it. Where am I at? Did I reach that goal? Right? What am I seeing? How am I going to get there? Okay. And you make those adjustments.
And with clubs too, the logistics are in your favor. Okay, you go to a nightclub, you go to a bar, people are going to be there for a while. Okay, it's not like if you go out during the day and the logistics are against you, people are going places, they don't have time to meet someone new, they don't have time to have a long interaction, and the brevity of exchange during the day is going to kill you, okay? You need a maximum amount of time to practice on. You don't just want these like 5-second little interactions where people are busy. Go somewhere where they're going to be there for a while and you can just practice, practice, practice.
Guys, brevity, new word of the day. The brevity of the day. I literally just said it before he even said this. I literally said it. You need a more efficient, but you need to be going somewhere where people are going to be there for some time, right? You can actually run an interaction. You don't have to rush out the line and talk before. Like, you need to go from the beginning to the end of the interaction. The more of those you have, we talk about it, volume. Okay, volume. You need more volume, bro. You need more interactions where you have more time to build depth, to build comfort, right? To bond. All these things are very important. When you're running around during the day, getting these short 20-second interactions. Hey, I'm busy. Hey, I'm shopping. Hey, I'm with my mom. Hey, I got a boyfriend. Hey, this, hey, that. You don't have any time to learn anything. What are you learning? Nothing. What are you gaining? Nothing. Use your time wisely, boys. Use your time wisely.
There are a lot of people to practice on, and you can practice on them for a long fucking time. It also gives you anonymity. Okay, as we talked about before, you can't avoid rejection. Okay, you're going to have to fuck up. That's how you get good and you get a feel for the general dynamic. And it's best to get those rejection references out of the way in a place like a nightclub. Okay, where the vibe is very light. People are having fun. They're not taking things too seriously, and you don't stand out as much. Okay, now don't get paranoid with this. As we talked about before, people forget they don't really give a fuck about you. But there is a difference. If you go out to a Starbucks and you're like, everyone's sitting down quiet, you walk up and you get rejected, people notice you. Okay, and then if you go up to the next girl and everyone already saw you get rejected, like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
Guys, I literally say this all the time whenever I'm live, and I'll tell you guys the same exact thing. This is why I'm not a day game guy. I don't do day game like that for this exact reason. It's like you become autistic, bro. You should literally know for a fact if you get rejected in a quiet Starbucks, in a quiet line, you should not be approaching the next girl. You shouldn't be talking about this or that. No, like, have some calibration. I just talked about it on my TikTok. Have some calibration. It's not all about this cool pickup stuff, man. It's just about being aware of the environment and what's socially calibrated, what's like having manners and talking well and just understanding what people like. There would be times I'd go out. I went out with some people in the summer, and it's like, okay, you're not afraid to approach. You're not afraid to go in. Okay, but this chick is with her family right now. You just went in and embarrassed her. Even like she didn't, they don't like rejecting guys. Why do you guys think it's fun to them? It's uncomfortable. They don't know what you're gonna do afterwards. They're not gonna know if you're gonna cry. They don't like hurting people's feelings. It's very uncomfortable, right? Like, if she's having lunch with her mom, come in more smooth. I mean, if you make it happen, you make it happen, but have some calibration. Know what's going on. Don't do anything loud and weird, and then she's all embarrassed from rejecting you, right? You have to think about other people. You have to think about her feelings if she's comfortable. Okay, guys? Nightclub, you can blend in more. It's more party mode. You can get away with more and escalate, and it's cool. It's fun. It's acceptable because people are going out to socialize and do things. They're going to be there for a long time.
In a nightclub, you talk to someone, it doesn't go well, just walk, a couple feet over, and now you've just disappeared in the crowd, and you don't stand out as much, and girls will be more willing to talk to you. They'll be okay with you just mass approaching, okay? And if things go bad, it won't be taken as seriously because everyone's just like, fuck it, in the moment, and there's the next shiny little object, the next song the DJ plays. They'll forget about you a lot faster, Okay, so go to nightclubs. Don't make the mistake of starting out and practicing on your social circles. You know, guys will do that where they're like, okay, I learn all this and I'm gonna practice on the girls I see every day or the girls I work with. And that is so retarded, okay? You are going to fuck up. Don't fuck up there, okay? Go out, cold approach strangers, go talk to people, you know, where there's no repercussions on your day-to-day life. And once you start getting a feel for it, you start developing, you know, your skill set, then just casually transfer that into your day-to-day life.
Yeah, once you get used to a certain skill set, you start making transitions, and I 100% agree with that. Everything in this game is about a threshold. You do not have to be that good. You don't have to be the best at everything. You just have to be good enough in whichever area. Use that to get you to the next level. All right. It does help if you are the best in every area. You are a full package guy. It does help. And we should all be striving to become a full packaged guy in all areas. But you do not need to be a full package guy. You just have to be enough. You have to know how to communicate well and talk to people.
With the excuse clubs are scary, what I would say is hell yeah, they are. You know, I was scared too the first time I ever went to a nightclub. Okay, I started out during the day because I was too scared to go out at night. And I remember the first time I went out, my friend dragged me to this club and I was so scared. I didn't talk to anyone. I've never felt that uncomfortable in my life. I was like, oh my God, it's so loud, the music, the people, oh. And I spent the whole night just sitting down in a corner next to like this loud speaker as I could just feel my body just vibrating, like traumatized. Okay, I mean it is. You know, it's a scary, hectic environment with a lot of competition too. You know, it's like you go out. It's not like during the day if you see a girl just walking down the street by herself. In a nightclub, she's most likely with friends. You know, the hotter the girl too, most likely she's gonna have guys with her. So you see all these guys, her whole peer group. There's competition. There's competition with strangers. You know, other guys talking to her. There's competition with the music, the DJ, the drinks, the dance floor. There's all this hectic shit, and it's tough. Okay, but be fucking happy that it's tough, and be happy that it's scary. Okay, why is that? Because the tougher the playground, the better you get inside. Okay, learning how to interact with women in such a hectic environment is, you know, pretty similar to learning how to swim. If like your first time swimming, you're just thrown into the middle of the fucking ocean. There's a storm, there's waves, and some guy's just like punching you in the face as you're trying to learn.
That right there, I would say I'd partially agree on. To an extent, yes, it sounds like it would make sense. The harder something is, the better you will become out of it. The more challenging the task is, the more smarter you can become out of it. I get that. But man, after being in this, bro, and traveling and seeing this stuff, bro, we don't have time for that. If we can choose an easier route, we should be taking it. If we can get on a bike instead of walking, we should get on a bike. We should get in a car instead of wearing out our knees and legs and walking and being on a bike. Okay. Preservation is very important. Longevity is very important in every single aspect. So if there is an easier route, take it. Who cares? Take it. You don't have to come out and be this beast who went through all these challenges and hard work. You know, I see a lot of guys talk about this like, yeah, I worked hard and I had to sleep here and do. I wish you didn't have to do that. And imagine if you didn't have to, you would have way more. There are guys who are living on an extreme easy mode. Take the easy route if you see it. Preservation, longevity, and vitality are all important.
It's tough, but if you can master it there, if you go to like the kid pool, it's a joke in comparison. Okay? If you can desensitize yourself to hectic environments like nightclubs and be able to operate in that environment, you'll be at ease anywhere. Literally anywhere. It's like if you can just feel comfortable in a club, the daytime is a joke in comparison. Even bars are jokes in comparison. No matter what environment you're in, you'll just be like, easy fucking peasy.
Yeah, and being desensitized, it's like it's good and bad for the most part. I don't like being desensitized to things. You know, we came here with a, as kids, we grow up with a very soft, warm, kind heart, right? Because we don't know much. We don't face much problems. We don't see much of the world. And think about it. You have any nephews, any children, any little kids, any babies? I mean, they're beautiful to be around. They're amazing. They're fun, right? That's where we should be for the most part. Do you want a chick who's desensitized? No. Who's got effed over and been through all this heartbreak? No, it's not good, right? As men, it builds our character and we learn more and everything. But it's like, if you guys ever seen any like gory, there was a website back in the day called like World Star Hip Hop and these different sites, right, where it just be the goriest stuff, like some weird stuff. And it's like, whoa, that stuff scars you. It desensitizes you. Now you can no longer see an animal anymore like that. Like, whoa, bro, it just messes over your head. So if you have to be desensitized, if you have to be in an area where it's not the best, take it, of course, and come out of it like, well, okay, it's better for me. I've been through all that hard stuff. But choose the easy route. Choose the route that's better for your health, man. We don't have much time. Like, our lifespan is only so long. Like, bro, be as healthy and strong as possible and limit as many problems as possible. If you have to go through them, you go through them. But health is wealth, man. Mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. If you have to get through it, you get through it. But longevity, vitality, preservation, guys, that's what the smartest people are doing right now.
Okay, and with time too, the more you tip, your assumption balance, from going to negative, scary assumptions to positive assumptions, instead of thinking, oh my God, the club's a scary place, you're gonna view it as like your arena of fun. That's really how I view it. I'm like, right now, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go to the club, arena of fun. And every time I enter, I'm just like, daddy's home. It's like, I've arrived. I feel just as comfortable in a club as I am right here, talking to you. Now, in terms of actually getting the references, okay, once you're at a club, open everyone. Okay, you want to be a social guy, talk to fucking everyone. Every single reference experience interacting with women, okay, doesn't matter who she is, how smart she is, how beautiful she is, just women in general is valuable.
Yeah, great point right there. It's something I followed in my beginning years. It's very powerful. We talked about velocity, we talk about variety, and right here he's talking about volume. Guys, those are the three components of intelligence, and you want to make sure you cover all three at all times. That is a very, very useful theory he's saying, which is it's important. You want to be talking to as many chicks as you can so you can learn faster, right? At my level now, being advanced, I don't choose to talk to every chick anymore. Like, she has to meet a certain criteria. She has to be someone. It's like, and then I got this waiting list thing going on. It's just so many different reasons why I feel like someone may be worth my time, right? Like, I have to make sure, because I have, a company now, and it's like, this stuff is, she hangs around me long enough. It's like, this is business intel, right? Like client confidentiality. It's all these things. Like, you have to make sure, I have to make sure the chicks I'm dating now are a certain way. They meet a certain criteria, right? I travel a lot. Can she deal with me traveling, right? So it's like some things aren't even worth it. Some girls may not be worth your time anymore. After a certain point, yes, in the beginning, you can approach whoever else, right? Have some fun, learn some basics, principles. But after a certain point, guys, you should not be approaching every single girl, because every single girl is not attractive, and it shouldn't be attractive. It's unrealistic. You should not be attracted to every single girl. Only talk to the women that you are attracted to genuinely. There is plenty of women, billions, that you are attracted to. Do not waste your time trying to talk to every single chick. In the beginning, it's important, it's cool, it's fine. But once you know how to approach, once you know how to do your thing, be very, very selective. Be extremely selective. The algorithm, I talk about online dating, they reward you for it. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's selective. Drake is selective. Every guy who's living in that lifestyle is very selective.
Okay, a common excuse I hear all the time is, I just want to talk to hot girls. I don't want to waste my time with girls I don't like. And if you do that, your progress is going to be very slow. Okay, why is that? Because if you just talk to hot girls, when you go out, there may be like 3, 4, 5 who you find attractive, and that's all you get.
Yeah, he actually just goes against what I just said, but he has a point, right? To an extent, this is true. But if you screen properly, if you source properly, in every city, like for example, you can go to I went to Austin one summer. 6th Street was trash. Nothing but trash. It was disgusting. Chicks were overweight. There was a lot of this LGB stuff going on. It was a lot going on, right? I didn't find probably 60% of the chicks attractive. But that sourcing, that comes down to, okay, well, you go to a venue, you go to an event, especially in Miami, you go to a certain event, you go to a certain place, you know certain people, bro, every chick in the room will be a 10. Every single chick, everybody in there will be worth approaching, will be worth dating, guys. Literally, if you know how to source and screen properly, you know certain sites to use. If you're using Bumble and you're using these general dating apps and you're seeing trash, hey, that's because of you're choosing to stay and use that site. You have to get better at sourcing and networking and knowing where things are, being more efficient with your timing, right? But understand this was shot in I think it was 2012, 2013. Right. So this is more than a decade ago, right? And, the internet has helped us a lot as far as finding things out, discovering things, networking, meeting new people, but in the beginning of the internet days and even before the internet, it was very difficult I wouldn't say very difficult, but it was harder than it is now to find certain things out, right? Like there wasn't Instagram where you can scroll and see things and events, and like you would have to pick up the phone and call someone. Not everyone had cell phones, right? It's just different. So you had to go down to where it's like, okay, there's this downtown strip that everyone just goes to. Meanwhile, you don't know anything about the private events, or you don't know anyone in the game who is setting something up. Okay. And I'm not going to talk too much about that. That's high level game TLD. Guys, we're going to resume the video.
A whole night out, you just get 5 reference experiences. Okay? Talk to every girl there. Okay? It doesn't matter who she is, get the fucking reference. Now, don't sleep with the ones you're not attracted to. Sleep with the ones you're attracted to, but treat them with the same level of commitment. Okay? Play serious game on every girl. Don't just half-ass it if you're like, whatever, she's not that attractive, whatever, I'm not gonna play serious game, because you're wasting a fucking reference. Okay? Your results aren't parallel to how hot you approach, but how hard you work. Okay? And don't associate your actions with the results either. Okay? Sometimes on program I'll tell a guy, get her number. And he'll look at me and be like, I don't like her. Why would I get her number? And it doesn't matter. Okay? Get her number. You can delete it after. All that matters is your actions. Okay? Getting the reference, forget about the fucking result. Guys will do this too. It's like, bring her home. It's like, I don't want to bring her home. I don't like her. You don't have to sleep with her. Okay? You can just bring her home just to practice bringing her home and get a reference of doing it. Guys think that they're just going to magically rise to the occasion. They don't practice bringing girls home, and they're just waiting for that girl they're really attracted to just do it. And that's just ridiculous. It's like, you have 0 references doing this, and you think you're just going to rise to the occasion? Fuck no. That's like a guy who just thinks that he's going to wait till he sees that perfect girl to do his first approach. Okay? Get references under your belt. Do the heavy lifting before it happens. Okay? You have to prepare for it. If you just bring tons of girls home, even girls you're not attracted to and you don't sleep with, once you see your dream girl, you'll know exactly how to do it. She may have the same logistics as one of the girls you already brought back who you weren't attracted to, and now you know exactly how to fucking deal with them. And remember, too, this is about you, not the girl. Okay, this is about you bettering yourself as a person, cultivating an attractive personality, putting yourself out there, and sharing who you are with the world.
Yeah, great point. This is about you. You know, I do like to introduce to you guys. It's very important you understand the women you're meeting and not waste anyone's time. After being in this stuff for a few years now, I've experienced extreme levels, high levels of volume. You know, it's like this stuff, it gets to you, man. Like you literally at the top level, man, you have to break some chicks' hearts, man. It sucks, bro. It's like, yo, I understand you love me, but I cannot date you. I don't have enough time. I'm in love with this other chick, or this other girl's coming over, or I'm leaving the city, right? You have to put your game on pause, bro. Literally. Because after a certain point, it does get so good. It's just bang, 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 boom, boom. It telling you, right? So don't waste anyone's time. Understand your woman will come. Your woman will come. You will meet a lot of compatible women. Don't waste anyone's time. Don't manipulate any events. I don't advise doing what he says is, practicing. Practice does meet preparation does meet opportunity. But I would say, like, in your threshold, right? Where it's, oh, okay, she's not somebody I would date necessarily. So I'm gonna let her know, and I'm gonna, we're gonna be more friends. You put her in the friend zone, and you can get your reference experiences, but let her know, hey, listen, I'm not ready for a relationship, or just, whichever, and handle it like that. Don't lead her on and say you like her when you don't, just to get the reference experience. No, just let her know, hey, I'm not interested, but we can be friends. That's fine. You can still build great connections, right? It's not all about sleeping around. It's about the connections, guys.
Okay, don't discriminate who you interact with. Guys will do this. They go out and they're like, oh, she's not attractive enough to experience me. Oh, that one is. Don't do that. Okay, let everyone experience you. Let everyone get attracted to you, and then you pick the ones you like. Okay, don't just be like, oh, she's not beautiful, and just try to take value from the ones you're attracted to. Give, give, give. Okay, the more you put out, the more you're gonna get in return. If you only interact with women who you find attractive, you're going to be placing them on a pedestal. Okay, you're going to be going out, and you're like, there are the girls I'm not really that attracted to. More girls, she's not good enough, she's not good enough. That one. Okay, and you're like, man, she's the one, she's really, really beautiful. I better not fuck it up, because if I fuck it up, I'm left with this. And you're going to be attached to the outcome. You're going to care way too much. You're going to be needy. You're going to be desperate, and that is going to repel her. Okay, if you want to get those really, really beautiful women, you better be willing to talk to everyone and have just as much fun talking to everyone.
Yeah, he does have a great point on that. Talking to everyone, mainly, I wouldn't say, and, and he's saying that essentially to build your character. Talk to enough people until you are comfortable enough to where it's just a habit. It's just who you are. You just talk to everyone. After a certain point, you do get to a point in the game where it's like you can't be seen with an ugly chick, bro. You can't be all over all over a fat chick, man. I'm sorry. And a hot chick sees that, man. Hey, I'm sorry. She's not gonna really mess with you, bro. So I mean, after a certain point in a certain environment at a certain time, you can't just be sloppy and associating with everyone. Because hot chicks, it's just you should be aware of what's going on and how you can play the situation. But yeah, don't lead anyone on. And like, for example, like, so there's guys that may think, oh, well, hot girls are the really attractive ones, are they're like lower percentage, right? Like maybe, right? You look at the bell curve in the US, you can talk about the US again. 70% of chicks are overweight, right? 75, 80%. We got a high overweight rate. So if you do go out on a decent night or a regular night and there's not but or mostly unattractive chicks, but once again, you go to the right place at the right time, you use the right site, you can uh, you can add parameters to your search, right? Or you can source better to where every woman around you is a 9 or a 10. It's possible, right? Where are you on that bell curve? If 70, 80% of the chicks are overweight, how can you get in that top 10% position? Think about that. It's possible. You can position yourself to be around the hottest chicks in America.
Okay, I had a client in Miami. This was a couple years ago. He came on program and he's like, "Hey man, I've been getting really good. I can get like these girls I find attractive, fairly consistently, but I can't really get those like really, really gorgeous girls." And we went out, and he could not have fun talking to women who he didn't find attractive. He'd be like, "Oh, it's just a waste of time. I don't really like talking to them. I just want to talk to those really beautiful girls." And that was his problem there, because he was only talking to those beautiful girls, and he, thought that they had more value than the girls he wasn't attracted to. He just cared too much to get them. And the first half of the program was me sending him to talk to women who he didn't find attractive. Okay, I'd be like, go talk to her until you have genuine fucking fun. And you could sense the resistance. The guy was like, "Oh, this sucks. I want to be talking to that girl over there." Or he'd be like looking around like, "Oh, there's a beautiful one there." And I'm like, "No, party's here. Talk to this one here. Have genuine fun here first." Okay. As a little side note too, if you catch yourself scanning the environment for beautiful women, you're placing the value elsewhere. You're saying, "Oh my God, the better party's over there, not here." Okay. No, the party's with you, no matter who you're talking to, no matter where you are. Okay. So I'd send him in to talk to all these women, and at some point he comes back to me. He's like, "Hey, I actually had genuine fucking fun." I'm like, "Awesome." Now go to that one there. Went up, got the most beautiful girl there. Okay, why? Because he was able to have fun with everyone. Okay, and when you have fun with everyone, there are no pedestals. Everyone is on the same level, and you could be talking to a gorgeous girl, and you're like, "Well, if it doesn't go well, guess what? I could talk to this other girl here who's not that attractive, but I'm gonna have genuinely just as much fun, and because of that, you don't care as much. You don't care at all. You're like, "Well, I'm enough. I don't really need this because there are so many other girls here. It's completely fine. I'm just in full abundance." And because you don't care, girls will automatically care more than you, and she's going to start chasing, and that's really how you get them.
Yeah, great point on that. Chicks do care when you don't. Yeah, but it's a threshold. It's a sweet spot. You have to know when that is and how you can make it possible.
Okay, the way I usually go about my nights is I walk in the club. I'm really just focused on me. I'm like, okay, it's my party. The value's here. And I just walk around and just talk to everyone there. It's like whatever girl just enters my little, peripheral, I'm just going to talk to her and share the fun. It's like, here, some fun, some fun, some fun. And then I trust that because I talk to everyone, I take a lot of action. If there is a beautiful girl there, at some point I'm going to talk to her. I don't need to scan and find her. And once I do, I'll just stick on her. It's like, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Oh, wow, this girl's really, there's a lot of chemistry. She's really beautiful." Bang. Okay, and then you have her. Okay, so stop scanning or trying. Just start assuming and really take on the mindset of how would you act if you knew that at the end of the night you'd get that gorgeous girl? Would you be able to have genuine fun with girls you're not that attracted to? The answer is yes. Stop placing them on such a high pedestal. Just, fuck around with everyone. And the last thing I'd say,
Yeah, that's a great point. He mentioned mess around with everyone, have fun with everyone, be that social guy. And that's what this is all about. It's just being a better communicator, being more social. understanding, what makes people happy, and doing what you can to contribute to the environment, right? Having fun, because that's what chicks, that's what they want. They want someone they can enjoy spending time with, someone they can trust, someone they can be around, right? That's what's more important than anything, right? You can learn all these tick for tack strategies and how I'm going to do this and that, but you can hurt a lot of people on your path if you're that selfish, right? Or you can get steered off the rails and become obsessed with this, right? And at the end of the day, it's just about improving your social skills, being more comfortable socially, and being able to control your confidence and who you are as a person, and sharing that with the world. And the women will love you for that, right? Don't get lost in all this stuff. Use some things as a stepping stone, of course, but you have to transition out of that, bro. You have to transition and see this as a whole.
Is if you're judging women based on how attractive you find them, like, oh, that one's not as beautiful, she's of lesser value, you're reinforcing a reality where everyone is judging each other. Because you're judging all these women,
I went viral for
are judging you the same way, and that there's going to paralyze you. You're going to get caught up in trying to be cool. This is something I see where guys are like, oh, I'm just trying to be cool. I'm not going to try anything too risky. And, oh, what does it say about me if I talk to this girl who's not that attractive? Are people judging me? And you're fucked, okay? Instead, reinforce a judgment-free reality, okay, where it's all good, no one cares. No one cares if you talk to girls not that attractive. Like, you shouldn't either. It's extremely low value to even be thinking that. Like, oh, are people judging me? It's like, do what you want, okay? Most likely, too, if a beautiful girl sees you talking to an unattractive girl, she's going to like that, okay? She's going to find that attractive because it's like, whoa, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He can just loosen up. He's having fun. Awesome. It's like that movie Wedding Crashers, where Vince Vaughn is like dancing with the old lady. You're not like, oh, he's dancing with the old lady. Oh, what does that say about him? It just shows that he's just the life of the party. He doesn't give a shit. He's the warm end of the pool, and people always want to be around that. That carefree type of energy, that not giving a fuck vibe, and just massive fun. And there's where you want to cultivate, and realize too that girls will be whatever you expect them to be. So if you're like, oh, she's the hot girl, oh my God, it's a big deal, she's gonna fall into that frame. And it is going to be, you're like, oh shit, I guess it is a big deal. And she's going to hold off sleeping with you. Remember what we talked about before. Fun, carefree, loosen up. It's all good. It's all fun. That's how she loosens up, and that's how you get her. It's not about being all uptight and caring way too much. Okay, so go to clubs. Okay, go to high volume environments. Talk to everyone. Play serious game on everyone. And gather as many solid reference experiences as possible as fast as possible. That's how you get good, okay? The reason I'm able to do the things that I do now is because I have so many fucking references, okay? I have more references than a normal person would naturally gather in a lifetime, okay?
Yeah, very important, guys. Volume, 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 volume. You should be running volume, guys. The more experience you have, the better. And experience is not watching some guy on YouTube tell you something. Experience is being out there on the stumping grounds, in the trenches. There's guys who would faithfully go out every single weekend night, no matter what, to gain that experience, gain that knowledge. And there's no coincidence. There would be times where I'd take a couple weeks off and just stay home, don't go out. And, a friend of mine would go out every weekend night. And I would go out with him maybe 3 weeks later. Hey, bro, how's it going? And he's already in the flow state. He's already pulling. He's already bringing girls home, right? Of course, he's gotten good at it. He's gotten really good at it because he's been going out every single night, gaining experience.
So make this shit happen.
Okay, guys, I'm going to introduce another chapter of this live. We're going to be diving into the actual American chicks or Western chicks. I'm going to be discussing essentially a few things regarding that. But Yeah, guys, I'm going to pull up this chick right here, and I'm going to let you guys watch it first, and then we're going to go over it together.
23 guys run a train on me with my friend Bonnie. Now, that video is actually out now, so if you want to check that out, you know where to go. But if you want to be a part of the next one, I'm actually doing 100 guys in one day. So head on over to my Twitter to find out how to apply. Morning, so today is the day where I get run through by 100 guys. How many?
Yeah. Yeah.
Condoms I have, for fuck's sake. I think this is all I'm going to do with my hair and makeup today. Just a bit of bronzer and a bit of blush. I'm running a little bit late, I think. But we'll be totally fine because the boys can't start without me. Oh, not looking too bad. I'm almost there now. We have to a little bit of a late start, but that's fine. We've got time to make it back up.
How are you doing? How's it going so far? Good. How many are we on? Only 8 guys. Only 8, not, you enjoying yourself? Yeah, I am actually.
First group scene done. That was a lot of fun. And now I'm on to number 16. Currently 7 p.m. I think about 70 people through. This is what the room is looking like. Not in the best state. We've kind of got things everywhere. Someone brought me a rose. Oh my god, I forgot to vlog this. Someone brought me a fucking rose. He was the sweetest boy ever. Got ran through by 101 men. And my eyes are still recovering from all the bodily fluids that went in them. So yesterday I got ran through by 101 guys. Don't mind this, someone actually bit my lip. But last night I didn't end up having a shower. Well, I didn't wash my hair in the shower just because I was too tired. I want to show you guys aftermath of what it's like to get ran through by that many guys in one day. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. I am so achy. It went on for how many hours? We went from 9 a.m. till about 11 p.m. I think it was.
Yeah, guys. If you are new to this channel, that is one of the videos that has been getting a lot of attention. You found me from that video. It's what's going on right now in the culture. It's sickening, and it's something that is being promoted. We're going to be diving into another video in just a bit. And she is one of the pioneers. She's one of the first. We're going to be diving into another piece of content. But take this into account, guys. Actually, come on. Listen to this. Is what you call Western chicks. These are the most popular Western chicks. Australia, England, America. All right, so let's put up another video.
By over 30 schools this year and over 600 people, and I filmed a lot of it. If you want to go watch the videos, you know where to go.
Did you guys just hear that? If for the guys who didn't hear that, run that back once again.
I got railed by over 30 schoolies this year and over 600 people, and I filmed a lot of it. If you want to go watch the videos, you know where to go.
Guys, look at her. Look at her, guys. I'm going to play the video back one more time for the guys who missed exactly what she said. But listen closely and take a look at her.
I got railed by over 30 schoolies this year and over 600 people, and I filmed a lot of it. If you want to go watch the videos, you know where to go.
Guys, did you just catch that? I hope you did. This is the culture right now. This is the culture. This is what is being promoted right now. This should scare you for many reasons. I mean, honestly, it's like this is unreal. We've got to this point in the Western culture where it's this competitive. These chicks are competing for views, for OnlyFans registrations. All right. She's doing what Lily did on a much larger scale. Okay. Lily, for what he did, for what she said, I gotta say something more extreme. I gotta do something more extreme. All right. I'm gonna pull up a few more things in just a bit. But this is the culture right now, guys.
Railed by 654 people this year, and that's it for the year. I'm done and dusted. I'm so excited for my challenge next year. I am getting railed by 1,000 people in total and taking 500. Can't wait.
Guys, did you just hear that? For any guys who know this chick is, comment her name down below. I'm gonna be diving in, dissecting everything she's doing, and we're gonna put her on blast, guys. Comment down below who you think she is. What's her name? She's been somewhat over the internet. She's not as viral as Lily, but if you listen to her accent, you should be able to tell where she's from, guys. This is a Western chick. She hits the island. England, America, Australia. One of those islands, guys. So comment down below who you think she is, where she's from. I'm going to play the video back once again so you guys can just intake exactly what she just said.
I've been railed by 654 people this year, and that's it for the year. I'm done and dusted. I'm so excited for my challenge next year. I am getting railed by 1,000 people in total and taking 500. Can't wait.
Guys, she set this up as a challenge. This is a challenge, right? A challenge. And you got these guys in this space aspiring to thousands of lays, hundreds of thousands of lays, guys. Chicks are going through this in 1 year, bro. It took you 20 years to get there. This chick is getting there in 1 year, bro. 1 month, she's running through what you ran through in 10 years, bro. This stuff is insane, right? But she has to be more extreme than Lily. She has to be more consistent than Lily. If she wants to take up Lily's, she wants market share, right? Because Lily was the first one to do it, or at least to go viral for it. Right. I'm going to pull up another video really quick. But guys, comment who you think she is down below, where you think she's from, and why you think she's in this. Because I'm going to be going over exactly why she's doing this and exactly why she's saying this. So if you're a guy who has no clue about what's going on with OF or any of this stuff, the Western chicks, I'm going to break everything down for you. If you don't have, I am a genius. I am literally one of the smartest in the game right now. At my age, it's unreal. Right, I get surprised even sometimes how sharp my thinking is and how correct.
Porn stars sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds at schoolies.
Oh, I guess it's all right.
It's okay. How
Yeah.
come? Why is it okay? Do you think?
Oh, for the underprivileged boys, nah, it's all right. I guess having a good time, do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Have a good time. Do whatever. You let me hit now. Let's run that back. For all the guys who just miss what she said, she's dropping some jargon in there. She's moving very fast. She somehow escaped the algorithm. And this is on a platform where there's like literally kids on. Okay, so we're going to play this video back once again for the guys who just missed it.
So what do you think about porn stars sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds at schoolies?
Oh, I guess it's all right.
It's okay. How
Yeah.
come? Why is it okay? Do you think?
Oh, for the underprivileged boys, nah, it's all right. I guess having a good time, do whatever.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to play that back one more time for the guys who just came in and guys who just missed it. This chick is literally putting everything on blast in just a few seconds, guys. Listen closely what she just said.
So what do you think about porn stars sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds at schoolies?
Oh, I guess it's all right.
It's okay. How
Yeah.
come? Why is it okay, do you think?
Oh, for the underprivileged boys, nah, it's all right. I guess having a good time, do whatever.
Yeah.
Underprivileged, he said. What does that mean? She said, I'm going to play it back one more time. You guys have to listen very, very closely, guys, because there's a lot to discuss in just this few seconds of this clip, guys. There's so much depth. There's so much programming being done here, guys. I'm going to play the video back once more for all the guys who just joined and just missed what she said.
So what do you think about porn stars sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds at schoolies?
Oh, I guess it's all right.
It's okay. How
Yeah.
come? Why is it okay, do you think?
Oh, for the underprivileged boys, nah, it's all right. I guess having a good time, do whatever.
Yeah.
She said two words, Orn Star and barely legal. Barely legal, right? That contrast right there. She just tells you that she's literally going after the youngest guys, right? They're targeting the youngest demographic and filming this stuff, right? That is the mentality behind it. It's not, she said barely legal. She used the word barely legal. All right, guys, I'm going to play that back once more. And I mean, this is just perfect. I mean, you got the right guy to support the belief right here. All right, let's play it back one more time.
So what do you think about porn stars sleeping with barely legal 18-year-olds at schoolies?
Oh, I guess it's all right.
It's okay. How
Yeah.
come? Why is it okay, do you think?
Oh, for the underprivileged boys, nah, it's all right. I guess having a good time, do whatever.
Yeah.
He said underprivileged. I don't know what that means. Is that sexually deprived? Guys who are financially not there? What do you mean underprivileged? All right, what does that mean exactly? Underprivileged. I want to know. You know, you have some guys here who are just, it's just all about intercourse. It's all about, you know, living up to this gratification of that stuff, you know. It destroys you, man. It's like, I'm going to dive into a lot of stuff here, but guys, pay attention to this kind of content. This content.
Thinking about stars sleeping.
All right. Pay attention, guys. We're going to play another piece of video. I haven't seen any of you guys comment your thoughts on where she is. But listen closely to her accent. Listen, look at her. And you guys should be able to screen chicks out at this point. I've been on this teaching you guys this stuff for almost 5 years now. You guys should know exactly how to screen chicks out, man. How to know a chick from afar, how to understand her culture, know where she's from. From the T, guys. Let's play this video.
With 18-year-old schoolies.
I don't know, it's kind of like a controversial question.
It is controversial.
Yeah, so I mean, like, depending on their age too, like if they're quite old, it's quite like, you know.
What would you consider to be old? What's
I'd
too old?
say anything over like probably 25 is quite.
25? Okay.
Yeah, and like 18-year-olds, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, it's fine, but maybe like getting with like 17-year-old schoolies is a bit like
Yeah.
pushing it for someone, especially that's in their like mid to like early 20s.
So no one's sleeping with anyone under the age of 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's 18 over only.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all right if they're making their own decisions by that age.
Yeah. It's
But
fully
you're 18,
consensual.
You're exactly like you can make your own decisions. It's
That kind of answers my next question, which is like, you guys are 18. A lot of people say that you're not mature enough to make your own choices. So
well,
you
then
disagree?
why is the adult age 18 then?
Exactly.
So it's like
I agree. Well, do you think that I'm a because I'm 27 and I am sleeping with 18-year-olds?
I don't think so. No.
I wouldn't
Because-
class it as predator. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Fair enough.
Everyone can make their own choices.
Yeah. Everyone can make their own choices. I'm going to play the video back for the guys who didn't catch everything. Just how ridiculous this sounds. All right, we're going to play the video back.
What do you think about stars sleeping with 18-year-old schoolies?
I don't know. It's kind of like a controversial question.
It is controversial.
Yeah. So I mean, like depending on their age too. Like if they're quite old, it's quite like, you know.
What would you consider to be old? What's What's too old?
Say anything over like probably 25 is quite.
Yeah,
25?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like 18-year-olds, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. Like it's fine, but maybe like getting with like 17-year-old schoolies is a bit like
Yeah.
pushing it for someone, especially that's in their like mid to like early 20s.
So no one's sleeping with anyone under the age of 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's 18 over only.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all right if they're making their own decisions by that age.
Yeah.
Cool. Exactly. Like make your own decisions. It's
That kind of answers my next question, which is like,
Guys, that is, it's so many different tricks. This is, first off, she's talking to kids, bro. Do you think these chicks are 18? How old do you think these chicks are? That's number one. We can talk about how old you think these chicks are. Right? Are they even of age? That's number one. Number two, age is not always the right experience. You can have a chick who's been locked in her house all her life, never seen the world, never dated as much, right? Or dated a guy in high school since middle school. It's been a great relationship. They dated for years. She haven't seen or met any toxic men, any guys who are. This is the difference. The major highlight you have to hear is the level of experience. She's mentioning OnStar, a professional versus a boy or girl, man or woman who is inexperienced. That's the key. That is the literal key. Experienced versus unexperienced. Age is not always the indicator, but it's the level of inexperience they have in the field, in the industry. All right, and they brought up different age gaps or something like that. Age gaps aren't that whatever, right? There's chicks that are going after 40-year-olds, man. That's nothing. 17, 18. They're going after 40-year-old men. I've seen it. I've been around it. It's legit. It happens, bro. That's nothing. It's the fact. It's experienced and inexperienced. Right? And I'm going to discuss a few different things from here in just a bit, but I'm going to finish the video.
you guys are 18. A lot of people say that you're not mature enough to make your own choices. So
Well,
you
then
disagree?
why is the adult age 18 then?
Exactly.
So it's like,
I agree. Well, do you think that I'm a
Yeah, the adult age is 18, but not drinking alcohol isn't. Right? There's a difference. An adult, quote unquote, is 18 in the West or whatever, but alcohol isn't. You know, getting a rental car or traveling a certain way is not 18. Certain laws are in place for the age of 18 and certain laws aren't. They haven't even come up with certain laws in certain industries yet because everything's moving so fast, right? You go to the movie theater and you watch, you got PG-13, you got rated R, you got all these different things that are in place where people have studied long enough to know, okay, a kid shouldn't watch something rated R. Okay, we're going to judge and look at this and say, well, we would highly advise for a parent, like viewer discretion advised. We would highly advise a parent or someone older and, you know, to watch along with someone, right? These are the different levels of judgment of what's right and what's wrong, okay? But I'm going to finish the video.
because I'm 27 and I am sleeping with 18-year-olds?
I don't think so, no.
Class as predator, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Fair enough.
Everyone can make their own choices.
What?
Everyone can make their own choice. Yeah. First off, you're a chick. And second of all, that's not a crazy gap. I was 20 something years old dating chicks that are 33, 32, right? 10 years over, right? It's no big deal. It's the fact you highlighted experience versus inexperience. And you're talking to chicks that are like 15, right? We know what's going on. Guys at the top level, at a high level of thinking, we know what the hell you're doing. We know which way your content is going, and this must stop. This is sick. We know who you're working for. I'm going to continue the video. This is another chick. We're going to comment on and discuss. But this is the culture right now. This is what the Western chicks are doing. And this, I mean, I wouldn't say, of course, not all of them, but these are the role models, right? These are the role models. So guys, pay attention in this video. I don't know how this got through the content, but these are the things that are getting through, guys. I'm going to play the video. Guys, did you see that? Did you notice that? How do you feel after watching that? Guys, we're going to play this video back once again. If you know, you know. If you see what it is, I don't know what's going on, you guys, but you guys should be able to pick up on this stuff. You should be able to see this from afar. You should be able to screen. You should be able to know what she means, what she's saying. Guys, women speak in code. I've been saying this for as long as I've been on YouTube. They speak in code. They have high levels of intelligence. They know, they've been around. They've dated way more than you have. By the age of 16, 17, you're just now getting on the stumping grounds and you're just trying to learn everything. Guys, you are far behind. If you don't meet anyone at the top level, if you don't get anyone who can teach you this stuff extremely fast and put you in position to win, you're going to fall victim to a lot of this stuff, a lot of these traps, a lot of this stuff, and you're going to lose yourself on the internet. Guys, we're going to play this video back once again.
Sticking out your tongue for the picture. You're so pretty, you're so popular. I just wanna be your sweetheart.
Guys, these are the role model chicks. There's another video I want to pull up. There's another video I want to pull up. And I'm going to pull it up right now. And you guys are going to be like, whoa. I hope you guys are catching on to this stuff and seeing it for what it is. Seriously. Should be seeing it for what it is and not being sent off the rails into another psyche, right? You lose yourself. You're not the same, and you just dive down these rabbit. And she's got you. You're signing up, and you're guys. There's just no mistake. These chicks are literally making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Of course, you know, they're not making all of it to themselves. You got to pay the tax man. You got to pay your manager. It's a deal. It's a record deal. It's so many people involved, and it's why they're so good. This is why they hit the algorithm. This is why they're the best at what they do. They have a marketing strategy. They have something that's working, but it's hitting them and they're getting paid, right? But the way they're doing it, we know exactly who they're working for. We know exactly why they're doing it. And I want every single one of you guys to be aware of the same things. This is the culture. These are what the chicks under a long enough time frame. Listen, I don't care. Under a long enough time frame, they're going to buy into. They're going to sit on it long enough and see, oh, she made a bunch of money. She did this. Oh, I want to do that too. That seems like fun. And then, bro, this stuff is not fair, bro. This stuff is, hey, listen, it's everywhere. It happens. But they're coming after the kids, man. This stuff, there are kids on these platforms, bro. There are kids on here. Sign up the older men. If the older men want to know and they want to do this stuff, they can do it. But these are kids on these platforms, guys. We're going to play the video back for all the new guys that joined in.
Sticking out your tongue for the picture. You're so pretty, you're so popular. I just wanna be your sweetheart.
If you know, you know. If you see what's going on, you know what's going on. You can pay attention and you know what's right from wrong. But you have to have the discernment. You have to know what's legit, what you're doing right, and not falling victim to this stuff. This is the path to destruction. You will lose yourself. You will become obsessed. You will lose your mind. Because energy is number one. Energy. You need your energy. And I mean, These are the kind of stuff that could drain your energy all the way down to your last breath, all the way down. And dating for a reason, dating for a purpose, not dating solely on sleeping around. You're going to be able to see the game, learn the game faster, and find your girlfriend faster and be happy, guys. This stuff is very short-lived, and you end up losing your mind in the process. If you're following these strategies, you flip side of that. You become addicted. You lose yourself. I was going to a couple more videos for all the new guys who joined in. Guys, this is the culture right now. This is the culture. This is the culture, guys.
Pulled up a huge truck. Like, it was so lit.
This is the culture right now, guys. Hope you're ready for it.
The room is a complete mess. The bed sheets are wet. There's no clean towels left.
So we've decided we're going to come knock on one of your doors. So we'll see you soon.
See you soon, boys.
Guys, I hope you saw that. I hope you understand that. I hope you see what's going on, guys. We're going to play the video back for all the guys who it just went straight over your head, guys.
Okay, so our room is a complete mess. The bed sheets are wet. There's no clean towels left.
So we've decided we're going to come knock on one of your doors. So we'll see you soon.
See you soon, boys.
You see? She's literally saying, guys, they speak in code. They're on the internet. All right, public internet, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. This is public. But if you know what they're saying, guys, I'm going to play the video back once again for all the guys who just don't understand it. You're just not at that level of comprehension yet in the game. I'm going to play the video back so you can get through your head. Let's go.
Okay, so our room is a complete mess. Bed sheets are wet. There's no clean towels left.
So we've decided we're going to come knock on one of your doors. So see you soon.
See you soon, boys.
Guys, that's what they're doing. They're knocking on. All right, I'm going to pull up another video. We're going to leave them be for now, and we're going to dive into just a couple various random content. So we're going to break this stuff down together, guys.
Yeah, and the engine was so loud.
What
like,
about the time? But guys, I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and he's in like all of my friends' likes.
Aww.
I just love how he has so many girlfriends, and like all the girls in his comments too. Just show how friendly he is. Like, he really gets women.
Guys, by the way, these are all chicks that are from the West. I'm only putting up chicks that are from the West that have a pretty decent platform. Because understand that culture is everything, man. It's something I've been talking about. I learned from one of the smartest guys who are in the space. He's off the space now. He was one of the few legit ones, but this is what chicks are watching and listening to. So you should pay attention.
Just posted a picture with the biggest fish.
No
like
way.
It's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
Oh my god, let me see it. Let me see it.
I know. I'm just so proud of him. That's so cool. And that's like so manly.
Yeah, that's hot. That's so hot.
Like
Guys, I hope you see what's going on. I hope you understand what's going on. We're going to play the video back for all the guys who don't understand it.
But did you see that he pulled up in a huge truck? Like, it was so lifted.
That's him.
Really? Yeah, and the engine was so loud.
What
like,
about the time? Okay, but guys, I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and he's in like all of my friends' likes.
Aww.
I just love how he has so many girlfriends, and like all the girls in his comments too. Just shows how friendly he is. Like, he really gets women.
he just posted a picture with the biggest fish.
No
like
way.
It's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
Oh my god, let me see it. Let me see it.
I know. I'm just so proud of him. That's so cool. And that's like so manly.
Yeah, that's hot. That's so hot.
Like
Guys, I mean, we can talk about this because I'm one of the best guys when it comes to online dating. I was the first guy to talk about the powers of online dating, and pictures do play a large role when it comes to your dating success and online, and that's both Instagram, any kind of social media, including LinkedIn, guys. Any sort of platform where you're using your photos to leverage connections, guys. There is a reason why the guys who are posting fish and are riding around in trucks, because it works. It does get the chicks. It's something I got to hone into, guys who are new coming onto the program. Listen, there are chicks that are average. There are chicks that live a certain lifestyle that do find that unattractive. They do not like it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work or it doesn't get the girl that you want. So you have to understand who you want, who you are, what you want, and you have to use everything you can to communicate that. We talk about communication, how important communication is. You have to know how to communicate, how to talk. Chicks are really good at it. They're far ahead to you. You should learn and how to socialize better and do these things, but that's fine. These chicks are not into those photos if they even saying it or actually believing it. That's fine if they're not into it, but doesn't mean it doesn't work. There's a reason why guys are posting pictures of dead fish. There's reason why guys are posting pictures with their cars. There's reason why guys are riding around with these big cars, because it works. It does get chicks. Who are these chicks to say it doesn't work? They say they don't like it. That's fine, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work. So you need to know who you want, what kind of caliber chick you want, and if it's worth doing. Guys, we're gonna play the video back for the guys who didn't understand that. Let's play the video.
But did you see that he pulled up in a huge truck? Like it was so lifted.
Really?
Yeah, and the engine was so loud.
What
like
about the
okay, but guys, I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and he's in like all of my friends' likes.
Aw.
Like, I just love how he has so many girlfriends, and like all the girl in his comments too. Just shows how friendly he is. And, like
Yeah.
he really gets women.
He just posted a picture with the biggest fish.
No
like
way.
It's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
Oh my God, let me
and
see it.
that's
Let me
insane.
see it.
I know. I'm just so proud of him. That's so cool. And that's like so manly.
Yeah, that's hot. That's so hot.
Like
Guys, I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but guys, I'm not too sure if you guys can still hear me, but you guys can still hear me. We're gonna wrap up this live. Thanks for all the guys who tuned in, and be on the lookout for the release of the pre-order of the dating app game book mini course. It's going to be 17 US before the release date. It's going to fully optimize all your understanding of how to get matches, how to connect with women using the power of photos. Everything that I learned, guys. We're going to wrap up this live, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks for all the guys who joined, and be sure to check out all the resources in the description. Book a call with one of our guys on our team to see if we can set you up with something that can help you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.